Are you blind? Can't you see?
They say that beauty is a curse if it is not accompanied by a good character. In the heart of the city, where skyscrapers touched the clouds and money flowed like water, there lived a girl who was so beautiful that traffic would stop just to catch a glimpse of her face. But her heart was as cold as the air conditioning in a bank vault. This is the story of Bella. The girl who thought the world was her runway, the girl who slapped a beggar in the morning only to realize that evening comes with surprises that no one can predict. Sit down, listen, and learn, because in this life, the toes you step on today might belong to the foot that will kick you tomorrow. Bella was the only daughter of Mr. Cole, a billionaire oil tycoon. Because she was an only child, she was spoiled rotten. She never washed a plate. She never made her own bed. Her only job was to look beautiful and post pictures on Instagram. On this particular morning, the city was buzzing. It was a Saturday, but more importantly, rumour had it that Daniel, the most eligible bachelor in the country, the son of a massive real estate mogul, was in town looking for a serious relationship. Bella sat in front of her vanity mirror, surrounded by expensive makeup and designer perfumes. She shouted at her mother, "Mum, why is this dress not ironed properly? Do you want Daniel to think I shop at the local market? Bring the Versace dress Dad bought from Paris." Her mother, a gentle woman who wore simple clothes despite their wealth, looked at her with worry. "Bella, my daughter," she said softly, "beauty is not in the label of your dress. It is in the way you treat people. Be kind. You are already beautiful." But Bella rolled her eyes and applied more lip gloss. "Save the sermons for church, Mum. In this city, men want class, not kindness. Kindness is for ugly girls who have nothing else to offer. Now move. Let me pass." She pushed her own mother aside, grabbed her car keys, and strutted out of the mansion. She drove her red convertible recklessly, honking at pedestrians, feeling like the queen of the world. She was heading to the Grand Mall to buy new shoes for the big party where Daniel would be. When she arrived at the mall, the parking lot was packed. Bella parked her car across 2 spaces because she didn't want anyone to scratch her paint. As she walked toward the entrance, wearing dark sunglasses and high heels, she didn't look down. There, sitting on the concrete near the glass doors, was an old, homeless woman. Her clothes were torn and dirty. She held out a dirty plastic cup, begging for change. The old woman whispered, "My daughter, please, I am hungry. Just a little change for bread." Bella was too busy checking her reflection in the glass door. She didn't see the old woman's leg. She tripped. She didn't fall, but her expensive designer heel scuffed the pavement. She looked down in fury. "You filthy witch!" Bella screamed, attracting the attention of shoppers. "Are you blind? Look at what you did to my shoe. Do you know how much this cost? It costs more than your entire life." The old woman lowered her head, trembling. "I'm sorry, miss. I only wanted help." "Don't call me miss," Bella snapped. "I am not on your level. You people just litter the city with your poverty." A small crowd gathered. People brought out their phones, whispering about how rude the rich girl was. But Bella didn't care. She felt powerful. She wanted to show them that she was untouchable. She raised her foot and kicked the plastic cup out of the old woman's hand. The few coins inside scattered across the parking lot. "That will teach you to sit where queens walk," Bella declared. The parking lot went silent. The old woman slowly looked up. She didn't cry. She just looked at Bella with eyes that seemed to hold a deep, scary sorrow. She said softly, "Bella, you think money makes you a god? The elevator that goes up must come down. Remember this face. We shall meet again." Bella laughed, flipping her long hair. "I will never meet a piece of trash like you again." She stormed into the mall, leaving the old woman to pick up her coins from the dirt. Bella forgot about the incident instantly. Her mind was on Daniel. An hour later, as Bella walked out of a luxury store, a stir went through the mall. A convoy of 3 black G-wagons pulled up to the entrance. Security guards rushed to open the door. Out stepped a man. He was tall, dressed in a sharp, tailored suit, wearing a Rolex that glittered in the sun. This was Daniel. He looked around, his eyes scanning the crowd. Bella quickly fixed her hair. She posed near the fountain, making sure she looked perfect. Daniel's eyes stopped on her. He froze. He had never seen such a stunning woman. He walked straight toward her, ignoring everyone else. He smiled, revealing perfect white teeth. "I have travelled to London, Dubai, and New York, but I have never seen a woman as stunning as you. What is your name?" Bella gave him her sweetest, most innocent smile, a smile that hid the fact that just 1 hour ago she had kicked a starving woman. "My name is Bella," she said softly. Daniel was captivated. He didn't see the cruelty behind her eyes. He only saw the mask. "Bella," he said, "I am Daniel. I am looking for a partner, someone with a heart as beautiful as her face. Do you think you are that woman?" Bella batted her eyelashes, looking like an angel. "Oh, Daniel, my heart is pure. I love everyone. I even volunteer at the homeless shelter on weekends." From that moment, Bella's life transformed into a fairy tale. Daniel treated her like a fragile egg. He bought her bone-straight wigs that cost millions, designer bags and shoes that sparkled under the city lights. But Bella was a professional actress. When she was with Daniel, she was an angel. She spoke softly. She pretended to be humble. One evening, after a romantic dinner, Daniel held Bella's hand. "Bella," he said, his voice deep, "I have dated many women, but none of them were like you. You are kind. That is why I want you to meet the most important person." Bella's heart raced with excitement. My mother. She imagined Daniel's mother, a powerful senator or a business tycoon dripping in gold. She nodded eagerly. "I would be honored, Daniel." "Good," Daniel said. "She lives in a quiet estate. She is simple, but her word is law. If she likes you, I will propose to you this weekend." The next morning, they arrived at a massive mansion. Daniel parked the car. "Bella, wait in the living room. I need to go upstairs and help my mother get ready. Please, make yourself at home." Daniel went upstairs, leaving Bella alone in the massive, gold-decorated living room. She immediately stood up, touching the expensive vases. "This is all mine," she whispered. Finally. Just then, a side door creaked open. Bella turned, expecting a maid. Instead, a dirty, hunched-over old woman walked in. She wore a faded dress that smelled of stale oil. She held a dirty rag. It was the same woman from the mall, but Bella didn't recognize her. She just saw dirt. The old woman coughed. "Excuse me, miss," she rasped. "Please, I am thirsty. Can you help me get water? My legs pain me." Bella's face twisted in disgust. The angel mask fell off. "Are you insane?" Bella snapped. "Do I look like a maid? You are the cleaner here, aren't you? Look at how you smell. You want me to touch a glass for you?" The old woman trembled. "Please, just a little water." Bella laughed cruelly. "If you are weak, quit. I am the future madam of this house. When I marry Daniel, the first thing I will do is fire you. Now get out before you stain the rug." She grabbed a throw pillow and tossed it at the woman. "I said, get out." At that exact moment, footsteps echoed on the stairs. Bella quickly put her smile back on, turning to greet Daniel. "Daniel, baby, I was just telling this cleaner to be careful." But Daniel wasn't smiling. He stood on the stairs, his face hard as stone. He walked past Bella, straight to the dirty old woman. He knelt down. He took the dirty rag from her hand. He kissed her wrinkled cheek. "Good morning, Mother," Daniel said. The silence in the room could crush bones. Bella stood frozen, her hand still hovering where she had thrown the pillow. "Mother?" she whispered. "Daniel, stop joking. Why are you calling the cleaner Mother?" Daniel stood up. The love in his eyes was gone. "Are you hurt, Mama?" he asked the old woman. The old woman straightened her back. The hunch disappeared. The trembling stopped. She looked at Bella with eyes that commanded power. "I am fine, my son," she said clearly, "but my final test has failed." "Test?" Bella stammered. Daniel turned to Bella. "My family is worth billions. Everyone knows my money. But no one knows my mother's face because she hates the spotlight. We knew women would come for the cash, not the love. So my mother created a test." The old woman stepped forward. She reached into her pocket. "Do you remember this morning, Bella? At the mall?" Bella's eyes went wide. The memory of the beggar she kicked flashed in her mind. "It was you?" "Yes," the mother said. "Every Saturday, I dress in rags to see who truly has a good heart. I saw you kick my cup. I saw you call me trash." She threw a gold earring on the table. "Cling! This fell from your ear when you screamed at me. I picked it up, hoping that maybe you were just having a bad day. But you came into my house and you treated me like garbage again because you thought I was poor." Bella fell to her knees, wailing. "Please, Mama, I didn't know. I swear. I will wash your feet right now." "That is the point," Daniel shouted. "You would wash her feet if you knew she was rich. But you kicked her when you thought she was poor. That is not kindness. That is business. And I am not looking for a business partner." Daniel opened the door. "Get out, Bella." "Daniel, please." "Get out." Bella walked out of the mansion, the heavy iron gates slamming shut behind her like a prison cell closing. She stood on the dusty road, her expensive dress now feeling heavy and useless. But the worst was yet to come. When she finally got a taxi home, she found her father, Mr. Cole, pacing in the living room. He looked furious. His phone was in his hand. "Dad?" Bella asked, wiping her tears. "Don't call me Dad!" Mr. Cole shouted, throwing a newspaper at her. Do you know who just called me? Daniel's father. We were about to sign a billionaire merger with their company next week. He just cancelled the deal. He said he does not do business with a family that raises vipers. Bella gasped. Dad, Silence, her father roared. You have ruined this family because of your pride. From today, your allowance is cut. I am taking the car keys. I am taking the credit cards. If you want to eat, you will work in the kitchen with the maids you despise so much. Bella's world collapsed. Months passed. The girl who used to drive a convertible was now seen walking to the market with a heavy basket on her head. Her expensive nails were cut short. Her designer clothes were sold. One afternoon, as Bella was walking through the dusty market, tired and sweating, she saw a familiar black car pass by. The window rolled down. It was Daniel. He looked happy. Beside him sat a woman, not the most beautiful woman in the world, but she had a kind face. And in the back seat sat the old woman, Daniel's mother, laughing. Bella stopped. She wanted to wave. She wanted to shout, but shame glued her mouth shut. The old woman looked out the window and their eyes met for 1 second. The old woman didn't look angry. She just nodded slowly. A silent message that said, "Lesson learned." The car drove away, leaving Bella in the dust. Bella looked down at her feet. She saw a thirsty dog panting nearby. In the past, she would have kicked it, but today, Bella opened her water bottle and poured it into a broken calabash for the dog to drink. She had lost the prince. She had lost the money. But as she watched the dog drink, Bella realized she had finally found something more valuable. She had found her humanity. True beauty is revealed by how you treat those who can do nothing for you. If this story taught you a lesson, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more powerful stories that remind us that character is everything.